Truth has nothing to do with knowing or not knowing. Drop the mind of wishing to be awakened, caused from confusion. Just listen carefully to what I am about to speak. Each and every truth is like a dream from which you have to wake up quickly. Therefore, deluded mind is originally tranquil and unexhaustible. Outer perspective is originally empty. This does not mean it does not exist. There is a truth, a meta-truth, which transcends everything. Like your dream, your goal. This is the meta-truth that guides you. If enlightenment is sudden in its nature, why do we have to cultivate gradually? Or, if cultivation is the gradual cultivation in its nature, how can we talk about sudden enlightenment? It is called sudden for when the ordinary being was confused, for elements were believed as body and the illusion was believed as mind. Without understanding that the self-nature is the truth body, and without understanding that the divinely self-gnostic perception is the truth, you travel around to seek the truth outside the mind. But by suddenly encountering the Logos, who can show the right door in a flash, you will turn your mind and see original self-nature. For this self-nature itself does not have bewilderment. It is originally fulfilled. This is nothing different from all the patriarchs. Hence, it is called sudden enlightenment. It is originally fulfilled. It is called gradual cultivation, for even though it is understood that original self-nature is not different from Buddha and Jesus, habitual tendencies from beginningless beginning cannot be easily dropped right away. That is the reason to cultivate after the enlightenment, to refine and re-examine until able to conceive the divine embryo. Doing this for a long time, one might become a sage. It is as if a newborn baby had come with all the organs already fulfilled, complete and normal. Still, it is not fully developed yet, and will require a long period of time to mature. When a good thought has arisen, it begets heaven. The poisonous and harmful thought begets a crocodile or a snake. The merciful thought begets the compassionate angel. Wisdom begets the superior world. Ignorance and dull-mindedness beget the inferior world. The epiphany of the self-nature is really manifold. The dull-minded one, without realizing this, raises evil thoughts in each and every second, resulting in attachment for himself. But if the thought is turned around to the good, wisdom will emerge. As a candle light dispels the 1,000-year-old ignorance and dull-mindedness, do not hold only the faulty thought that came before, and do not create the resulting afterthought. Then each and every thought will be fully bright, and self-nature will be seen naturally. Even though the good and the bad are two different things, their nature is non-dual. This non-duality is the true nature. It cannot be tainted by the good or the bad. But how to get there? Still, good and bad are two different things. How can you see the meta-truth, the true nature? If one bad thought has arisen in the self-nature, it will destroy the 10,000 long good seed. If one good thought has arisen, it will result in nullifying sins as many as the sands in the river. Finally, you will attain the highest wisdom. Introspect upon yourself in each and every thought without losing the original one thought. Without losing the original one thought. Which one? There are people nowadays who think that in these degenerate times, we are unable to make progress through meditation. They believe that it is impossible to perceive one's original nature and realize sagehood. They are foolish because instead of seeking the way within themselves, they continuously look for it elsewhere, all over the planet. Save yourself. This is how you can save the planet. If you don't have faith, in future lives you will be eaten by tigers over and over again. But I don't believe in future lives. This is tomorrow. On the other hand, if I have deceived you, I will fall into the dungeon of the exitless hell. Don't be an undertaker. Those of you who are in this study, who practice life and death, do not agitate your mind. Let it be like a mountain. Let your mind be like a wide and empty space and continue to reflect on enlightening truth, like the moon reflects the sun. Give all what you have. You sacrifice yourself for enlightening the truth. Whether others think that I'm right or wrong is not your concern. Do not judge or criticize others. Just be at ease and go on, mindlessly like a simpleton or a fool. But judge and criticize yourself. Or be like one who is struck deaf and dumb. Spend your life like you cannot hear a thing, like an infant. The sooner or later, all the delusion will disappear. If one wishes to accomplish this, it is useless to attempt to understand the master worldly's life. It would be like one trying to fix food out of dung, or like trying to cut jade out of mud. It is totally useless to accomplishing a meaningful life. There is no reason for occupying oneself completely and thoroughly with worldly affairs. See your own death in the death of others. Do not put your trust in this body, rather remind yourself again and again. Do not miss a moment to awaken your own mind. So now many try to neglect their body. How sad. It's going through the body. So, voluntarily re-examine the borders of your every own body and mind to get to the core of your self-nature. The one who has understood the truth after one period of life has passed. Where does he take refuge? There is no being who does not have divine nature of enlightenment. Not even a slight difference from Buddha and Jesus. If this true self-nature were awakened, originally there is no birth. Where can the refuge place be? It is not perplexed, but divinely radiant. It is wakeful awareness, which has no place to come. It has no place to come, and no place to go. Just know its void and tranquil essence. Do not confuse it with physical body. Just know divinely self-gnostic mind. Do not confuse it with delusion. Even if deluded thought arises, if you do not chase it when the time comes, you wouldn't be entangled with the consequences, even though you are in a state of purgatory. Whatever the direction you choose, you will be completely free either in heaven or in human form. You will take refuge wherever you wish to be. This, where the true man goes after the physical body has passed on. There are no doors or gates which open to the great way. You can neither enter nor leave it. Throughout the worlds of the 10 directions, every single phenomenon is completely permeated by all phenomena. Hence, this truth is also called the ocean of wisdom. If this true self-nature is completely and totally awakened, originally there is no birth. This is what we all have to do, to completely enlighten the truth with our own self-nature. Like Buddha and Jesus, so they could go and rescue their fathers. They had to go into the underworld to defeat death. Because originally there is no birth. It is no small thing for a person to meditate. One does not start meditation to eat and dress well. Rather wants to be free from life and death by accomplishing enlightening the truth. To accomplish the Logos, the living word, one has to discover his own mind, which is already within his own body. To discover mind, one should understand that this body is no more than a dead corpse, and this world is, for good or bad, nothing but a dream from which you have to wake up quickly. Re-examine and carefully observe your mind at all times. What does this which is now seeing, hearing, and thinking look like? Does this have any form or not? Is this yellow or green? Is it bright or dark? Examine and observe this matter carefully, like a cat watching a mouse, or like a hen guarding an egg, or like a desperately hungry, clever old shrew gnawing a hole in a rice bag. It is difficult for one who is clever and learned in worldly wisdom to encounter the true self. This is a problem for many people who are practicing nowadays. Such persons try to come to an understanding through conceptual thinking alone. They insist that reality accord to the way they think it should exist. However, such worldly wisdom only screens the truth. Through scamming and speculating, it just gives rise to mere cleverness. Without being able to free yourself from such intellectual thinking, it will be extremely hard to encounter the true self-nature. For this reason, Those who only practice intellectual Zen, think about life, are unable to make any progress. Even when they are sitting in meditation, they are still burdened with all their concepts. You must reject all concepts at once. Only then you can smoothly enter into and progress with your practice. Just as clouds in the sky obscure the brightness of the sun, so do conceptions prevent the bright light of your original nature from shining forth. Why I was looking for teachers? Not to tell me what the truth is, but I was looking for teachers to overcome pride. Nowadays, people, practitioners come to the monastery and they want the teachers that they change their diapers. But that's not a father's and a teacher's job. A teacher and a father encourage, and more importantly, a wise father and a wise teacher help you to overcome pride. Thank you very much.